wash me over until my well runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, baby, me. Listen. Real one.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel for those of you who are new. My name is Caitlin, or you can call me KP. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I thread my sewing machine. I got in a few questions on could I make a video on how I thread my sewing machine, or how do I thread my sewing machine when it comes to constructing my units. Sorry for a long wait, and sorry if I look busted, but yeah, anyway, if you guys have not seen my how I construct my wig on sewing machine, I'll definitely put it in the cards above as well as in the description box below, so you guys can check that out. And I also have a video on how I customize my closure units as well, so I'll put that in the cards as well as in the description box. Without no further ado, let's just go ahead and get on into the video. And yeah, everything that I use, the name of my sewing machine, where I got it from, everything like that will be also in the description bar, so definitely check that out. And yeah, now without no further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right guys, so I just want to talk to you a little bit about my sewing machine before I actually show you guys how I thread it, because there's actually logic to why I picked the sewing machine that I picked. So I use the Singer heavy duty sewing machine. I feel like whenever you are making wigs, you're gonna need a heavy duty sewing machine. I don't care what brand it is. I think Brother, I think it's Brother, has good sewing machines as well. I've used that in the past, but not for wigs. It was just like to sew things on. Singer is also a good machine company as well. Now prior to getting this, because I actually got this last year, maybe in September, no, sorry, it was like more like summer, so like probably July. I got this in July because my other sewing machine completely stopped working on me. It was also a Singer's brand, but it wasn't heavy duty, and I think I got it repaired like twice from the same guy. He was just like, well, what are you know, making on these sewing machines? You know, why is it like not wanting to push through? I was like, I'm making wigs. So basically, you know, if you're going to be making anything kind of bulky, like, you don't need a regular sewing machine, because it's not going to be able to have the power to like push through that thick of a, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I have a heavy duty one. I recommend investing in a heavy duty. I personally got mine from Joann's. I think I paid, it was a little bit over $200. They were on sale when I got it, so yeah, it just really depends on where you get it from. Just do your research. I think you can get it off of Amazon. You pretty much can get anything off of Amazon nowadays, but yeah, I got mine from Joann's. Just invest in a heavy duty one. Now if you're just starting off, you know, whatever, but like I said, after a while, you know, it's only going to take so much wear and tear, and if you try to get a repair like I did, it can only be refurbished so many times. So yeah, invest into a heavy duty sewing machine. Okay, so down here, this is where you have your what type of pattern you want to sew. So of course you have like the regular straight stitch, then you have your zigzag, which is what we're going to be using today, and then you have all these other like fancy type of things going on. We are going to be using the zigzag one, so this one right here, we're going to be using that. This is majority of all wig makers use, which is the zigzag. It catches onto the track as well as catching onto the dome cap or mesh cap, whatever type of cap you use, ventilated or whatever. So we're going to use our zigzag. Now we move up to length. Now this is up to you. I do change mine sometimes. So right now, of course, like I said, whenever you get your sewing machine, I think they're going to have it set to 0. I usually go between 3 and 4. For example, this is what a 3 looks like. Okay, you see how close together these are. You don't want it too far apart, because I mean you want it to be kind of have some sturdiness to it. It's basically like how close you want the zigzags to actually form. So like up here is a pretty good example of how everything is kind of like close together and you know, seamless. So The width, again, we're going to use setting 3, and this is how close I want it together. So now up here is our width, and they actually have a picture of exactly what this controls, if that makes sense. So if I set my width on 0, it's not really going to be a zigzag. It's kind of going to be more like a line, if that makes sense. So I like to set mine on 5. For example, that just makes sure it catches the track as well as the don't cap. And I'll show you the example. I want it to catch here as well as catch onto the don't cap, but I don't want it to be way up here, so that's why I do 5. 4 or 5 is pretty good, but I usually go for 5. So it will catch down here, which is the track that, you know, we sew together. I usually double my width when I make my wigs, so it also catches down here as well as up here. You can kind of see those threads at the top. It just looks seamless. Like, it just kind of looks like the track is sitting on the don't cap, and you can kind of see the stitching from up above. So now we go on to the position needle. I just like to have mine positioned in the middle. There's nothing really explanation to this. You can have it positioned to the side, like to the left, middle, or the right. I just have mine positioned to the middle. As far as tension, I usually alternate between 4 and 5. It just depends on whatever I'm feeling. So between 4 and 5 is what I have for the tension. Okay, so of course, whenever you get your sewing machine, you're going to get your footer. So basically it comes with kind of like one cord that has 2 different things. So you plug this onto the side, and then you plug this into the wall. That just hit me in the mouth. But you plug this into the side, and you plug this into the wall. So we're gonna do that real quickly. When I say the side, this is what I'm talking about. So you just line it up and you plug it in, and then you have the off and on button. You can kind of see the light just turn on there, but yeah, you have the off and on button. So now we're going to get into threading. First things first, you want to thread your bobbin. This one is already threaded. I'm going to show you guys how I thread my bobbin and how to actually properly set up your roll of thread to thread your bobbin. Basically, this thing comes with a stopper. This is just to help make sure, like, whenever you are going like threading, this is not moving back and forth. So this is put into place to stop it. So you just sit it on like that. So literally these little holes, you put it in, you put it through, and you put this on behind it. Boom, done. So the good thing about Singer, it has numbers. So it has 1, 2, where's 3? 3 right here, 4 is down here, which you cannot see, and then like 5. This is how it shows you how to thread your needle. Now, in order to thread your bobbin, you're gonna come to 1 first. So you're gonna come to this little metal piece here. So you're gonna pop that in there, like so. Okay, so that's in there. You're gonna come to this little screwdriver thing, and here it shows you, like, it wants you to put it like that. So you start on your right side first, and then you make your way around to your left, and you only go around it once. And here is where you thread your bobbin. So this is where, so in order to lock your bobbin in, you're gonna push it to the right. To unlock it, you push this to the left. And it also shows you here a picture on how to thread the actual bobbin. So it needs to go on the top portion through the hole. So let me go get my bobbin. I'll show you guys how to thread it. So this is my little bobbin holder. I would definitely recommend this if you plan on making a lot of wigs, or you just want to go ahead and have all of your bobbins thread, so you can just pop one in whenever you're running low. But yeah, I got this off of Amazon. I'll put it in the description bar below. But yes, this is also a cool little neat investment. This is what the bobbin looks like. You can see it has the holes on the top and the bottom, right? So this is where we're going to take our thread that we have, right? And I kind of have too much out, but we're going to take that and we're going to put it through the hole here. So I'm just going to, you want to go underneath. You want to go underneath it like that. Okay, so now that we have that threaded, I'm gonna zoom you out a little bit. So now we have that threaded, okay? So you come from here, you're gonna sit it onto your bobbin. Now you have to have it unlocked in order to sit it, because if you try to sit it, it's not gonna do right. So you want to sit it while it's unlocked, and so you have it like that, okay? Then you're gonna lock it in place to the right, and you're just going to thread your bobbin. So I want to say this, once it starts to get to the thickness that it needs to be for your bobbin to be fully threaded, it will start to make like a little noise and it won't really move at all. So just watch. Like that. Okay, so it's not really going to move. So that's how you know when your bobbin is done. So now from here, you just want to unlock it to pull your bobbin off. Okay, and then you want to cut it from here. So you can take your scissors and you can cut it right there. And so from here on, you can unattach this away. So now you're just left with the position at number 1. So you want to keep the thread going through number 1, okay? We're gonna come to number 2. It says it here, so number 2, and we're gonna position the thread behind this hook. So literally like that, okay? So then here we're gonna go down to number 3. We're just gonna position our thread down. 4, it wants us to come up, so we're gonna come up, okay? So we're here. 5, it wants us to place it on this hook, and all I did to pull this up right here, all I did was use these little control measures right here. This is to control like your needle. So let's go back to here. So I pulled this up, okay, and then it wants you to put it on 5. So I'm just gonna boop down there, and then you place it down and you thread your needle. So I stuck it through the hole, and I'm just gonna pull it through, and I'm gonna go underneath my footer and have it hanging to the side. Now I already have a bobbin in here, but I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna show you exactly how I thread my bobbin. You're gonna take off this plastic piece, and you can do that by pushing the little latch thing here. You take that off, you take your bobbin. It doesn't matter if you have it sitting like, you know, where the thread is coming up, or, you know, it doesn't matter. You're just gonna sit that in there like that. Okay, make sure it's like that. You have these little like hooks in here. So in this area right here, you're gonna attach it to this little latch thing. Can you guys, I hope you guys can see that. But you're gonna attach it to the latch, and you're just going to pop it in place. And you're gonna let that thread hang off to the side as well. This thread is eventually gonna go away, so it doesn't matter if you cut it or not, but you can cut it if you want to. So if you want to cut it, you can go ahead and cut it, like boom, but leave your needle thread hanging to the side. Okay, so that's basically it. That's how I thread my sewing machine. I'm going to play with some of the settings so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. The difference between a 4-inch width and like a 5-inch length. You know, I'm just going to play around with the settings. Practice on a blank sheet of paper. That's what I'm going to use to show you guys. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be on a thick material. You literally can print out straight lines, a circular line, to get you familiar with kind of like moving your wigs, you know, whenever you do have that curve with paper. I know a lot of wig classes, this is what they do to start you off, like a lot of one-on-one classes. This is what they use to start you off with, but it's on like an actual like printer paper, of course. But I'm just gonna use regular lined paper from a notebook. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna start off with the settings that I have here. So I have my zigzag, I have my 3 length, and then I have my 5-inch width. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what that looks like. I'm not gonna back stitch, but let's say if you did want to back stitch, you'll just press this button right here. so it looks like that. So we're gonna take this off and put through. You're just gonna cut. So here, this is what my length was set at. So this is what it looks like when you set your length to number 3 and your width to number 5. So this is like what I mean by that. So I'm going to change it up, and I'm going to set my length to 4, and let's just do width at 4. So 4 and 4. So this is what 4 and 4 looks like. So my length was set to number 4 and my width was set to number 4. So my length, you can see that it looks further apart than this one. This is just me playing around with different settings. I advise everyone, you know, to play around, because like I said, what I use may not work for you. You may want yours to have like a little bit more tension or a little less tension, or your stitching to be further apart. So it really is just up to you and your preference. But this is how I thread my sewing machine. If you guys have not checked out how I actually make my wigs on a sewing machine, it's up there in the cards as well. And then also how I customize my closure wigs, it'll be in the cards as well in the description box below. Hopefully this video was helpful. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and turn the post notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. Let me know what other type of wig videos you guys want to see. I think I'm going to film some like styling wise, like, you know, different type of styles. I do want to work more with color, so whenever I am getting ready for my wig relaunch, my ready to ship wigs, I will film like the process of that and like the different types of styles that we'll be doing. So let me know in the comment section if that's something that you guys want to see. And yeah, just like my shirt say, I'm not shy, I just don't like you. That's not the case in this situation. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.